If you have a special event coming up and you just want that beautiful, flawless makeup look, but you don't want to spend a whole lot of time putting your makeup on, you don't want to go get it professionally done, I have just a few little tips that are going to take everyday, ordinary makeup and just bring it over to that really naturally glamorous look that us women of a certain age just look so beautiful with. So stick around. We are going to get into all the nitty-gritty little bits of putting on beautiful, naturally glamorous, easy makeup. And of course, a great big hello. I'm so glad you're here and we're hanging out today. If you don't know me, I'm Carolyn, and we just have a really cool older ladies gang here. And if you have not subscribed, even if you have been hanging out with me for a while, don't forget to subscribe because it really helps the channel. So let's just dive into makeup. So on those days that you have a special occasion, you want your makeup to be really beautiful, but you don't really want to put a whole lot of effort into applying the makeup, I have just a few little tips that will take your ordinary everyday makeup and just glide it right into that sort of natural glam look. And how to make your makeup look absolutely flawless is starting the night before. So if you have watched my video on SlugginG, is it called SlugginG? I think it's called SlugginG. So what it is you take your favorite moisturizer, you put it on your skin, and then you cover it with Aquaphor. So I do that a lot, but on those special occasions where I know the next day I just want beautiful, really hydrated skin, I make sure that I do that for sure. In fact, I do it on my whole body because I find my skin when I put moisturizer, it's like such an effort to make it even sink in. My skin is just old and leathery, and so adding on that Aquaphor really helps make that moisturizer penetrate. So the next thing I do is I do my red light therapy mask. So I do that every night, but on those special days where I want my skin to be absolutely fabulous, I do it the morning or even just before I'm going to put on my makeup because it just gives my skin a really beautiful glow, and I just love that, and it helps my makeup go on a lot smoother and just really flawlessly. I have been using for the last couple of years the Omnilux Red Light Therapy Mask, but just recently, and by recently I mean like 2 days, I have started using the Currentbody Red Light Therapy Mask. It's very similar in the design to the Omnilux, but when I started reading the reviews and everything about it, it seems really so much better. I'm going to try it out for 4 weeks and I'll let you know if I see a difference in it. It came with these masks made in Korea, so you know right there it's going to be incredible. But these masks are so moisturizing. You put them on and it just feels like it's sinking right into your skin and just pouring like this giant glass of water into your skin. So when I'm done the red light therapy, that is a really good time to get your best moisturizer and put that on your skin. Already your skin is really well moisturized because I had the mask on, but at our age, I don't know what your age is, but I'm 60 and I need all the moisturizing I can get. So grab your absolute favorite moisturizer. I used to always grab my La Mer. It felt luxurious. I saved it for really special occasions because, as we all know, it's pretty pricey. But I have started using this little bad boy right here. You've got to warm it up in your fingers because it's really thick. So I warm it up and then I dot it on. And then what I do to get it nicely moisturized in is I use my FOREO. Not only gets that moisturizer to penetrate into your skin, but it feels so good. It's a massage. It is a massage. And this, I don't just use this on special occasions. I use this pretty much every day. And now my skin is beautifully prepped, beautifully hydrated, and now my makeup is gonna go on pretty flawlessly. Another thing that I could tell you to do, which I do this on a regular basis, but you might want a dermaplane. I actually have a whole video on that if you wanna go watch how to do that. It takes off all those little peach fuzzy hairs so that your foundation and all of your makeup is just gonna look flawless. So that is really a step that I would also encourage you to do if you want that perfectly flawless look. I have preached this till the cows go home, so I'm sorry if you're hearing this for the 100th millionth time, but lashes, 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 lashes are gonna transform your look every single time. But perhaps you're like me and you don't have the patience to go in to get your lash extensions done every 2 to 3 weeks. I can put my lashes on really easily, but if you are no good at putting on your own lashes, then I would say for that one time that you just want to really look great, if it's just once in a while, then just go get them to put the fake lashes on that are temporary. And you have it for that evening. You know, the first time you wash your face, they're gonna come off. And that brings me to the next option. If you don't want any sort of fake lashes whatsoever, just pile on the mascara. And I will tell you that this Big Monsieur from Lancôme is gonna give you a great glam lash look. So let's get started with the makeup. I have tried every foundation in the world that is out there. Probably not everyone, but a lot of them. From high-end to drugstore to everything. And there are a lot of good ones. But I always go back to the Georgio Armani Luminous Silk. And I have been using this for so many years, and it always tops my #1 favorite foundation every time. And actually before I put on the foundation, I usually go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Highlighter. Is that what it's called? I get the one fair, and then I put it up on my cheekbones, down my nose, a little on my chin, and a tiny bit down here. Oh, and probably let's do right there too. And my favorite brushes are the BK Beauty brushes. I've been using them a couple of years, and I just don't even touch any of my other brushes anymore. And this one in particular, it's Angie Hot and Flashy. It's the A506 because she collabed with Lisa to make a one for us older gals, and I like it because I got all of the ones that she put out because guess what? I'm an older gal, and so I believed that they would be good for me, and I was right. They are good for me. Let me show you my concealer that I love. It's the Nars, the Radiant Creamy Concealer. I got it actually in the last Sephora sale, so I have not been using it that long, but it's one of those that I fell in love with pretty quickly. So where do I put it? Well, I tend to have red and veiny spots sort of right in here around the corners of my eyes, and I never really use any sort of primer on my eyelids. I don't have oily skin. It doesn't get oily there, but I like to just have a nice clean palette when I'm putting on my eyeshadow, so I go over it with some concealer and then a little bit under my eyes. I don't really have dark circles under my eyes, but I like to put some under there just to brighten things up. And that's where this little guy comes in so handy. Oh my gosh, he can get in to all these little nooks and crannies like nobody's business. So looking at my eyes, this is allergy season, and my eyes are red and bloodshot. So I always use my Lumify to get that redness out. It works like a charm. I don't know how we ever survived without it, because what did we used to use in our day? The Visine. Remember Visine? Like, doesn't even come close to what this Lumify does. I also, okay, so that's something else I have to tell you. On these days where I really want everything to look fabulous. Let me show you what I use. So I use Upneek. You have to go to your med spa and get them because it's a prescription, but it's super easy to get. It's a little eye drop. Each one, you just cut it open and a few drops. I have a video on it. I'll link it if you want to go watch the video. It whitens your eyes, it opens your eyes, and you will be surprised how incredible it works. And now I'm gonna use my favorite foundation, my favorite brush, which is the BK Beauty 101. I'm sure you've heard of it. You probably have it. And because the foundation, it's the foundation to building a beautiful makeup look. So I just really take my time to push it in and make sure that it looks beautiful and flawless. I have tried lots of loose powders and I keep coming back to my Maybelline Fit Me. So I just open it up, drop some in the lid like that, and then I grab my really big, this is the 102 BK Beauty brush, and I dip it in there, shake off the excess, and I just dust it over it. And that just helps set everything. So if you have a long evening ahead of you and you might be dancing or sweating or drinking or eating, you just want that makeup to stay in place and not move. So this just helps the makeup stay where it's supposed to stay. I should show you this little mirror that I'm using. It's my travel mirror because on one side it's just a regular mirror and then you just switch it around and then you have the magnifying mirror. You can also light it up. So at this point, my foundation is all on and I'm ready to move on to the next stage of makeup applying. I put on my Too Faced lip injection and it gives maximum plump, by the way. So if you don't like that tingly feeling, you don't want to put this on, but I love it. So I find while I'm putting on the rest of my makeup, I just put this on my lips and then my lips are nice and plump for when I put on my lipstick. This is one of those things that I've been using, I don't know, 15, 20 years. So at this point I would do my eyebrows. My eyebrows at this point in my life are really not looking good and I am considering microblading them. And I know it's a slippery slope, so I'm nervous to do it, but I think they've really advanced it a lot lately so that they have really feathery looks that you can get something that's gonna look really nice. But I'm still nervous, so I'm not sure I'm gonna do it. If I do it, I will take you guys along and let you see the whole process. But I'm still on the fence about whether I'm gonna do it. What I did do the other day is I like to microneedle my face. I have a video on that. If you would like to go watch that with the doctor pen, you can do it yourself really easily. But what I did was, because I always put a serum on my eyebrows to help them grow in. So what I did was I just microneedled right in here and immediately I put the serum on. So I'm gonna see if that helps to stimulate some hair growth in there. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. So this is one of those things that I've been using for several years. It's the NYX, the NYX Professional Makeup Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. And I use the one in brunette, but I'm gonna warn you that as much as I love this, it has a tendency when you open it to sometimes drip. And this has happened to me on vacation where I have put it on after I'm already dressed and it's been a disaster. It has splattered all over my clothes. So I always open it up away from me and then I just kind of shake it out, and I can even see that it's kind of drippy right now. So I'm just gonna take this and wipe off along the side. This is something else. I always use them when I'm putting on makeup because it's good to just kind of brush off your makeup brush or just wipe your hands on it. They're really handy to have. I can link them. I get them off Amazon. They're not expensive. But for this, I'm gonna have to switch it around to my magnifying mirror, and I'm even gonna turn on the light. So I'll just do this real quick and I will be back. And I am finding these days that doing my eyebrows has started to be a real pain. I would love to just wake up in the morning and have brows on my face. Much as having beautiful lashes is gonna transform your look, so is having good eyebrows that really contour your eye. So now everything is set to go. You have a beautiful canvas, your foundation, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, and I think at this point, it's such a pretty look. But we want to get glammed up, so we're going to take it to the next level. I love this palette, this Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I love it because it's a great one to travel with, because you can absolutely just do a really neutral, plain look, but at the same time, it has a lot of shimmers and glimmers, and you can make it, really glammed up at the same time. So I'm going to start with my Prime Prometics eyeliner. I use the one in black, and I get right in at the lash line. I just dig in. It doesn't even have to be a smooth line. I just dig in because all I'm doing, I don't want it to be a line. All I'm doing is digging in there and trying to make that base of my eyelash just really look defined. So I just get in there and I dig in right along the lash line. You're just kind of digging in. And then I take, it's an angled brush. I could guarantee you it's a cheap one, but it has lasted. And this is my favorite one to just go in, and after I push that eyeliner in, I just smooth it out with this. And then what I'll do is I'll take, because it's angled, and I'll take it right at the base where my eyelashes start. I just set it down there and right to the crease, and I just give it one little twirl down, just whatever is left on after smudging in the eyeliner. And then I just do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so what I did was, like I showed you, I just sort of press it down and make one line right from my crease to my lash line. And then, not putting anything on my brush, I just map out my crease by using the same brush and just going right in deeply along where the crease is. And then I take a nice big fluffy brush and I just kind of brush it out. I just want a shadowing in there, and it just gives your whole eye more of a definition. So on the palette, I'm going to take this same big fluffy one and I'm gonna dip it into Wit, which is kind of a soft pinky color. I want just a very, 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 very little bit, and then just a little bit higher than where that black shadowy crease line is. I just go right in there. Then I take the BK Beauty 204 and I go into that same color, Wit. It's just a nice pinky color, and I run it along my bottom lash line. I'm gonna list everything, every single makeup, everything that I use here, I will list it. It'll take me forever, but I promise I'll do it. So I wanna just take this brush here, which is the 501, the Angie one, and it's a nice wide flat brush, and I go into the Fair. So it's just a very light peachy sort of color, and I go over my entire mobile lid, and I just tap it in there, and that helps it pop. So you shadow the crease to make that look like it's going in, and then something bright to make your mobile lid pop. You could take any one of these and it's going to be beautiful. Every one of them is beautiful. There's this Whisper, which is just a beautiful, soft champagne. There is Maya, which is a soft, sparkly pink. Oh, the Sheen, it's another beautiful, more peachy. I mean, there are just a lot of beautiful, very subtle, but will give your eye a little pop shimmers that are in here. Oh, I just can't decide. I think I'm gonna use the Sheen, so I'm gonna put it on here, and then it's gonna dig right into the corner, and just one swipe across, and you're done. You can take the Charlotte Tilbury, the Color Chameleon. I use the Champagne Diamonds one. It's great if you have like blue or green eyes, and you can just put this across. You can just use this as your only thing you use on your eyes, and it is gonna give you such a shimmer and such a brightness, and it's just gonna make your eyes look so, so pretty. And you could just put that on and nothing else. I've done that a lot and it looks so spectacular. So just a couple of tips to glam it up. Grab any sort of very sparkly color and get it right into the corner. This is a very dense, small brush, so it's good just for digging into the corner there. It's a Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna take this pink sparkly color, and this is one of those things that takes your ordinary, everyday makeup and makes it glam and fabulous. But you can even do it with like a highlighter pencil. This is a brow highlighter pencil, and you can just do that right in there. You take the exact same one and you go on your waterline, and that's gonna make the whites in your eyes look really great. You don't wanna use one that's white. You wanna do something that's kind of a cream color, since it is meant for the brows. And you can just put it right in the highest point of your eyebrow, and it'll make your arch look just a little more pronounced and fabulous. Even though I have false eyelashes on, I still go in with mascara because I find it helps it all to blend together. Any eyelashes that I use, I only use half of them. So I take one, I bend it in half, cut it, and I use one on one side and one on the other side to make it all blend and look seamless. I always put on some mascara. I usually won't use this one unless I want it to look super glam, but I want it to look super glam. Today's Big Monsieur is gonna take you to the next level and make you look glam. I never used to use mascara on my bottom lashes because it always smudged, and then I was left with a black line under there and it was not pretty. But since I found this Prime Prometics mascara, their whole makeup line is really good. I put the brown down there, and their mascara just does not transfer onto my skin. And putting mascara on your bottom lashes really helps to perfect and beautify the whole look. Now adding some blush. I love blush. This is one of my new favorites, is Give. So you have a really like nice light pink, baby pink, and more of a pop of pink. Sometimes I mix the two of them together, but there's Feeling Cheeky and Ex-Girlfriend. Those are the two colors that come. I'm gonna dip into both colors. Higher than you think you want to put it. And you don't need a lot of this blush for it to really show up, so go carefully. Sometimes if I do add too much, I'll go back in with my foundation brush and just blend it out a little bit. And then whatever's left on your brush, give the tip of your nose a tiny bit. Be careful, just a tiny bit. You don't want to look like Rudolph, and maybe just a tiny bit, just like where the sun might hit. So I'm gonna take my foundation brush that I use, already has foundation on it, and I'm gonna really blend that blush in. The more blending you do, the more natural everything looks, and just so much prettier when it looks really super natural. All we have left is lips. I have this lip liner from MAC, which I really love. So I'm just gonna line it slightly overlined, which means where your lip skin meets your skin, just go a smudging over, just to give your lips a little more of a pout, make them look just a little bit bigger. And then right in the middle, I just go straight across. I don't know if I've told you guys about this lip stain that I found. It's called Peri Para Mood. For whatever reason, I cannot get lipstick to stay on my lips. This one is amazing, and it's not expensive. Adding a bright color to your makeup if you want it to seem a little more glam is a good way to do it. And this is so inexpensive, maybe $10 or less. I get it on Amazon. Comes in several colors. I like this pink color as a going out color. I just let it dry. And when it does dry, I'm gonna go back in with my Buxom to give it a little bit of a shine. I like a shiny lip. So I'm gonna go get dressed and I will be right back. That is it for today. I hope you guys have somewhere fabulous that you're going. So talk to me in the comments. I love getting to know you guys. I wanna know what you're all up to. But until we meet again, I love you guys. Bye.